Hey everybody, it's me, Liv. I hope everyone's doing good out there. So today it is my turn to show you my video using this fantastic new release over at Not2Shabby Shop. So I am going to be using this paper here that's called My Sweet Valentine, and then I'm going to be pairing it with one of the stamps from the Not2Shabby's newest release, which is called Happy Together. So once I have all of my paper sorted out, I wanted to try to take out at least one color of each just to see which ones I wanted to work with, because I really wasn't sure at the time I started. And now that I have all my papers out, I am actually pulling out one of the embossing heart folders that I have in my stash, and I'm going to be pairing that along with the card that I'm going to be working with. So remember, for this month, Not2Shabby came out with 3 of our own stamps over there, and you can actually see my video which shows my design team haul. And I will put that information link above so that you guys can watch that if you wanted to see what were the other stamps in this release. They are all great, but perfect for the upcoming Valentine's Day holiday, and you can definitely probably utilize them for anniversaries, friendships, things such as that. So once I've gone ahead and cut down my paper to 5.5 by 4.25, I'm going to go ahead and put that in and put it through my embossing folder. Really love the way it came out, and one of the reasons that I chose this particular folder is because it had that heart in the center, and it'll allow me to actually stamp the image right in there. So I'm just figuring out the placement here. I'm using my mini mister to figure out exactly where it's going to go. Because I'm planning to do Copic coloring, I am going to be using Memento ink here to stamp this up, and I'm actually not going to stamp the whole image. I'm just testing to see exactly where do I need to stamp so that it fits right into the heart. So it is a little bit trimmed out. You see me cleaning off my stamp a bit here. Now that I've figured that out, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that down. Now I really want this to be a crisp stamping, so I am going to repeat the same stamping at least 2 more times to make sure that we got the image down nice and dark. I decided to go ahead and ink up the embossed side, and you can see these gorgeous ridges, and I decided to choose 2 colors that correlated very well with the pattern paper so that it looks like it all goes together. Then I'm going to be moving on to coloring the image. It's a fairly simple image, so all I did was take 2 different skin color combinations. I will list the recipes below in case anyone is wondering which colors that I used, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Copics to color that in. Now, they're pretty much in the same school of colors, if you're wondering in regards to that. Just some I wanted to shadow a little bit more and create a little bit different of color shades. So that is really what you're seeing me do here. It's going a little bit quicker because really coloring is something that I'm going to say I'm an expert at, but I think there's a lot of coloring videos out there, but it just kind of gives you an idea of how I'm mapping and putting shadows and shading with these images. Now, don't forget that Not2Shabby Shop, I have my code link above, so if you decide to use it, I'd greatly appreciate it. You get to save 10% off on the shop, and of course, it is an affiliate code so that I can get some additional goodies over there as well. So go check out all of the fantastic other images. I will have another DT video coming out fairly soon using some of the other products that I also purchased recently in that haul video that I showed you from my favorite things. So then I'm going to move on to figure out exactly how I want the layout of this card to look. I did put it on one particular layer here, but I think I'm going to actually add some more. But first up, I'm going to pull out those same colors I used to color it, which was the Worn Lipstick and the Salty... the Peacock Feathers were the 2 colors that I use. I am not meaning to do anything besides stamp a sentiment on this, so I wanted to have the same color scheme. So that is why I'm just taking a piece of the scrap that I had left over, and I'm going to stamp on the image and the sentiment from the same set that says "Be Mine." So now that I have that, I'm going to stamp that there. Usually for images like this, if I want it to be really crisp, I use something like VersaClear for that. So that it actually stays. I've now trimmed it out, doing a little bit of inking on the edges so that we don't have too much white showing. I'm using those same exact 2 distress color inks, and let me just figure out exactly where I want it placed. So I did actually trim it down just a little bit and added 2 other of the pattern paper underneath. Now I'm going to pull out some of those die cut stickers because I think that would look really nice on the edge of this sentiment as a way of adding some more decorations. So I'm going to add both the pink one and the blue one here, and then put the sentiment on. Now the sentiment, I decided I'm going to go ahead and pop up a little bit on some foam tape. So I'm going to get out my foam tape and put that on the back. I do adding dimension when I can. I don't add too much because usually I am mailing most of my cards, so I don't want it to get too crazy. And then finally I'm going to end up with some of my Nouveau drops and putting a little bit of decoration all along the hearts and on the sides. Just be careful with the Nouveau drops, but that is pretty much the extent of my card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.